go.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of our Dynasty Spotlight series here at Masters Fantasy Football. Another update show for you. We're digging into Rashod Bateman. Obviously, we did a show way back when, early in the draft process, but now, obviously, he's been selected with the 27th pick of the first round to the Baltimore Ravens, who were in desperate need of a wide receiver one. I think they got that in Rashod Bateman. But is it the ideal landing spot for Bateman? I'm not sure, so I'm going to kick it over to the doc here. Tell us a little more.
Well, I kind of think possibly yes.
Okay.
I think it's a great spot for Rashod Bateman. It's kind of a spot we had pegged for a guy like him going into the draft, a place that desperately needed another receiver, someone to make plays for Lamar Jackson. I think Rashod Bateman fits that very well. He was an absolute game wrecker in college, was one of the best receivers in college football for a few years there. And I think he's got a really interesting skill set, can do a lot of things that they don't necessarily have at receiver. And I think he's a really good compliment to Hollywood Brown, too. So from a football perspective, great move by the Ravens. And for fantasy, I like Rashod Bateman's chances to kind of separate himself as the best true receiver on that team, just with his build and skill set. I think he's got a pretty open path to fantasy relevance from the start.
Yeah, I agree completely. I'm actually kind of thrilled to hear you say that as well, because I know a lot of people don't love the landing spot just because we know it's a run-first offense. We know we question Lamar Jackson's accuracy. But yeah, all that being said, I still love Rashod Bateman enough to get excited about the landing spot. I would be excited no matter where he landed, truly.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy, aside from Jamar Chase, I think safest receiving prospect, most complete receiving prospect in the draft. Doesn't have that top-end speed like a Jalen Waddle, but obviously just super well-rounded, great route runner, great hands, can win inside and outside. All that being said, this summer we got a Masters rookie drafts happening. I know personally, I think mid to late first. I know we did a mock with rookies. I think I got him at the 1.8. So I'd say that's a spot I feel comfortable taking him, given the fact that I've done it once. So for me, I'd say 1.8, but really 1.6 to 1.10 I think is probably where I would see him go most likely for me.
I think something late first is probably where I would feel comfortable taking him as well. Obviously I have my concerns about Lamar as well, and he might not get consistent targets, but I mean, of all the places he could have gone, this is a great opportunity for him, and I just think he fits kind of right in. He's something they've desperately needed, and he's right there. We'll see if he gets utilized as a number one receiver, but I'm willing to take that bet and take him at the back end of the first round.
Yeah, and what I think is interesting, just hearing a lot of the narratives out there that people are saying and putting out there, they hate the landing spot because of Lamar Jackson, but then I feel like Devontae Smith isn't getting that same hate from the landing spot where Jalen Hurts is no.
Yeah, and very similar situation.
Right, exactly, very similar situation. So, and all that being said, I actually think as good as Devontae Smith was last year, I think Rashod Bateman is a safer NFL prospect. So for those reasons, I don't know if I want to say I have Bateman ahead of Smith in my Dynasty rookie rankings, but it's pretty close, where I feel like a lot of people have Devontae significantly ahead of Bateman.
Right.
So, yeah, that's just where I'm at on him. Obviously, we'll see. There's still a lot of time, too, before a lot of our rookie drafts happen. So
yeah. So with that in mind, fresh startup, what are we thinking? This is a tough one.
It is. It is. So we just talked about this guy off air. I'm going to throw DJ Shark or Rashod Bateman. Who do you go?
I got to go Chark on that one.
Okay, I like that. So Bateman actually went before him. This is a startup I'm doing with rookies in it, and Bateman was off the board. Those were kind of my two targets at that pick. Mm-hmm. So for me, I don't know. I think Chark as well.
How about Bateman or Corey Davis?
I'm going to go Bateman just because
I feel like that's more realistic, draft position-wise.
Right, I agree. Yeah, and I'm going to go Bateman, although I am excited about Corey Davis with Zach Wilson now, but I'm gonna stick with Bateman.
Yeah, fair enough. I got another one.
Yeah.
Bateman or Mecole Hardman? I don't know where that came from.
I like it. So Mecole's a guy who actually, I feel like we haven't talked about enough for how little the Chiefs actually did end up, replacing. Because there was a lot of talk about Juju Smith, Kenny Golladay even. I mean, they were somewhat aggressive in free agency, really wound up with nothing. Then they drafted Cornell Powell out of Clemson.
Clemson.
So Mecole Hardman's a guy I'm getting more and more excited about because I was a little weary when the Juju rumors were out there. I thought, they don't trust Mecole. But all that being said, I'm still going to go Rashod Bateman.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like we need a Mecole show or something soon because I feel like he's kind of slipping under the radar right now. But yeah.
We'll have to put that in the
maybe one of our sleeper shows.
Yeah, definitely.
Pick Mecole. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, so kind of in that range then. Those are some names that I think you can kind of peg in ADP and just kind of think about going forward. But definitely an interesting prospect. And I feel like he's going to be one of those guys where you're either in on the ground floor or next year you might have to pay a premium.
For sure.
But it's going to be, like Al said, he's a safe receiver. We'll see how he's utilized in that Baltimore offense. But overall, I like the spot, and I like Rashod Bateman going forward. Anything else on that, Al?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, that's all we got for this episode. Give a like, comment, any of that stuff. Subscribe to the channel. Go back, watch any of our old videos if you're interested. And as always, Masters Fantasy Football League, the place for Dynasty Fantasy Football and redraft, too, if you're into that sort of thing. Really the best place for fantasy football, period. So sign up for a league. Come join the Masters family. And, I think that's all we got. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.